Welcome to the Debt-Free Discovery. My name is Michael Sokola Jr. I'm a financial coach. Today we're going to talk about the 7 simple steps to getting out of debt. Seven simple steps to getting out of debt. That's all it takes. The steps are really simple. You're going to say, wow, I think I can do this. However, it's going to come with a behavior change. What is a behavior change? Now, look, we don't necessarily have to change all of the math that we're doing when it comes to our finances. The number one thing we got to change is our behavior. Why do we have to change our behavior? Because our behavior is what drives our spending habits and the position that we've gotten ourselves into. So with that being said, we want to talk real quickly about why do we want to get out of debt. I would love to know your reasons of why you want to get out of debt. So make sure you comment below or send us a message to tell me why you want to get out of debt. Now here's some reasons that maybe you've thought of, maybe you haven't thought of. Economic danger. This is where we're compounding against ourselves. This is where we pay interest rates to big banks instead of investing and having interest rates paid on interest rates to us. There's also a spiritual danger. Now, if you're a believer, you'll understand that you're not supposed to presume upon the future. We find that in James chapter 4, verse 13. We're not supposed to go to this town or that town and make a profit, live there for a year and say that we'll make a profit. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So don't presume upon the future. There's a spiritual danger when it comes to being in debt. There's also psychological dangers. You know that 50% of marriages in America are going to end in divorce? And the number 2 leading cause of divorce in America is money fights. And it's trailing number 1, which is infidelity. So there's a psychological impact when it comes to marriages. 16% of suicides in the U.S. are linked to a financial problem. And you can bet that that is linked to debt. So these are just a few reasons of why you want to get out of debt maybe, or maybe you never thought of those reasons. But again, I would love to know your reasons. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Step 1 has 2 parts to it. You have step 1A and step 1B. Well, step 1A is to be content. You have to be content where you are. If your income is here and your debt level is here, you need to learn to be content and live on this, not on this. So step 1A is to be content. Step 1B is to stop going into debt. Because as you go into debt, your income stays here and your debt continues to go this way and you're never going to be able to climb yourself out. So step 1A is to be content and step 1B is to stop going into debt. Step 2 is that after you have cheerfully given your tithe, now you want to pay yourself. Step 2 is after you have cheerfully given your tithe, you want to pay yourself. I recommend no less than 10%. You need to fund an emergency fund first. I recommend $1,000. Get started with that. Why do I say $1,000? 40% of Americans cannot afford a $400 emergency. So if you could save up $1,000, that's a great start. And if you're already there, fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump into the debt snowball. But hang on, that's step number 7. I just gave it away. So step number 2 is to pay yourself first. Right off the top, no less than 10%. I recommend 15%. Stop buying stuff is step number 3. Step number 3 is stop buying stuff. Now look, oftentimes people have credit cards and they just go swipe it and they put it back into their wallet. Now, if you're using cash to buy things, but you have debt, stop using cash to buy stuff. Use your cash to pay off your debts. Proverbs 21 verse 20 says that a wise man stores up choice food and olive oil, but a fool devours it all. I think that was my translation. You might want to go read and find it for yourself. All right, so step 4. This one here is going to hurt. I said they were all simple. This one here is going to hurt a lot of people. Okay, step 4, get a second job. If your income just doesn't cover it, you might need to get a second job. Now, I hear a lot of you people out there screaming, oh no, I'm going to have to miss my Friday nights out with my friends. So, it's temporary. Get a second job. Proverbs chapter 6, 4 through 5 says something along the lines of, give no slumber to your eyes. Free yourself like a gazelle from the hand of a hunter. Again, Michael's translation. Go read it for yourself. I'm going to post it right here, actually, so you actually have the verse in front of you. So, whether you're a believer or not, this is great wisdom. Give no sleep to your eyelids and deliver yourself. Boy, oh boy. Get a second job if that's what it takes. Step number 5. Sell your stuff. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I guarantee you, somebody's going to buy your junk. Yeah, I called it junk. Someone's going to buy your junk. And your sentimental value on something is not the same value as a junk buyer. So, remember to be content and sell your stuff. You probably don't need it, okay? And if you haven't looked at it in over a year, take a picture of it. It lasts longer. Sell it. Step number 6. Now, people say, why is this step number 6 not step number 1? Well, the reason why this one here is step number 6 is because I wanted you to give yourself that drive. I wanted you to run through these steps and realize how hard you're working. So now you're working this hard. Maybe you're starting to feel down a little bit. I also wanted to help prove to you that you can't do this alone. Okay? Pray. Step number 6 is to pray. That's all you got to do. Get on your knees and ask God. God, help me. Because before you did not ask things in his name, but now he tells you, ask and you'll be given. Ask God to help you. He doesn't want you in debt. He's going to help you deliver yourself. He's going to help you deliver yourself. Step 6 is to pray. Step number 7, the debt snowball. Hold it, math nerds. I hear you. But the avalanche method, Mr. Michael, is mathematically correct. I don't care. We're not here to talk about math. We're here to talk about your behaviors first. Math second. When it comes to your behaviors, results create momentum. Results create momentum. Say it with me. Results create momentum. The debt avalanche does not create a momentum. When you're paying off high interest first, it's taking longer to pay off the first bill. If you start with the smallest bill that you have, the smallest balance, and you pay that off and you roll that payment into the next smallest debt, dude, you just accomplished something. You just got rid of something. I'm telling you, right here and right here, it's going to make a world of the difference. When I paid off my first credit card, I was like, wow, that's never felt so good in my life. What felt really good was I cut them up and canceled them too. So that made even more of a difference, was that I knew there was no more access to it. I hear you. Oh, don't cut up your credit cards. Oh, don't cancel your credit score. Dude, you don't have time to focus on a credit score if you're broke. Step number 7, debt snowball. You're here because you want to know how to get out of debt. This is how you get out of debt. Do it. And if you don't want to do these things, find another video. I'm here to help you financially succeed in your life. These are the 7 simple steps to getting out of debt. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be a lot more great content coming from me. Well, I hope there's great content coming from me. And I hope that you continue to enjoy these things. So please comment below. Let us know why you want to get out of debt. If you're debt free, how much did you pay off and how long did it take? Where are you at on your journey? We want to get to know who you are. This is Michael Sokolic Jr., MSJR Financial Coach, and I am here to help you with the debt-free discovery and how to get out of debt.